blame Nigerians themselves. Nigerians are the cause of everything. We are too lackadaisical. Nigerians are too we saw what happened in Kenya. Do you think what happened in Kenya will happen in Nigeria with the couple of Nigerians we have now? It's so sad. Now everybody, we are all interested about how we can cash out. Everybody wants to be in the good books of the government, and we fail to, and the government should understand that. See, I always tell people that the best opposition leader we have ever had in Nigeria is President Tinubu. When he was the best opposition leader we have ever had. He gave PDP chase for their money. But I kudos to him. But it's so sad that now he's the president of Nigeria that the same thing he did. I believe that you should be careful what you fight against. That when you get there, you should not become a greater monster. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are hungry, and it's so sad. It is so sad that and this doesn't look at party. It doesn't look at APC, PDP, Labour Party, or ADC. No, it doesn't look like it doesn't look at Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. All of us are affected. And Nigerians are yet to understand. I am not trying to excite anybody or make anybody. No. And they must understand what is at stake. And this is a clown call to Nigerians. This is because every 4 years we have an opportunity of getting it right, and we always make mistake. Because the thing is by during election now they want to say what do you have for us? Now that we are suffering now, our movement never do us. It's true. And the thing about Nigeria, when you are going on the street to fight for their rights,
but in the process of carrying out those protests, talking about hunger day protests, what are some of the things you want government to do? Because when you talk about constructive criticism, we must talk about what are the things government needs to do to improve the lot of the people, to ameliorate the current condition of them. Because just like you said, we are hungry. Let's not deceive ourselves. The price of things is skyrocketing. We go to the market, you cannot even be able to buy basic things that you need. Everybody is kind. What are the things you want government to do?
See, the welfareism is very, very important. Welfareism. See, the thing is that if you say you are a leader and your people are not happy and your people are suffering, my dear, you are not leading well. Well, see, section 15 of the constitution talks about policy. And it talks about section 15 talks about the welfare and security of the people shall be the paramount interest of the government. Yeah. When your people are suffering and hungry, is that the welfare?
Is this government making a paramount?
That is the problem. See, and it's about it's not even just this government, and it pains me that since 1999, since the Fourth Republic, I want to say from 1999 to date, because nobody will come and tell me that Obasanjo's administration was better. I say I'm tired of that hearing that. That's mediocrity. We need excellence as a way of life, standard of living. You should see these people that are keeping doing. You see what they do in Ambikanu. But it's so sad that as a Nigerian citizen, you cannot even express yourself in your own country. And this thing is that these people, they know what is happening, and it's so sad that everybody knows what is happening, but we are so scared to speak. And the problem is always Nigerians themselves. Because I always say, after God is government. After God is government. That's why I say it's very, very important who you elect into power. Every 4 years we always have an opportunity who we elect into power, but the Nigerians are always very gullible. People come with fake campaign promises. The same people that through protest they got into power. Now they don't want Nigerians to even protest. I believe that. See, I believe in positive criticism. I will not come and criticize you because you are to say that I'll put you. Every man has pride and ego, and dignity. So I will respect that. But I believe the positive criticism is to make sure that at least everything must go well. You understand? So as a Nigerian citizen, you see, we are all stakeholders in Nigeria. If you go to the market, how much is tomatoes? How much is pepper? Now everybody they force scarcity here and there. Nobody's saying anything. And I always blame Nigerians themselves. Nigerians are the cause of everything. We are too lackadaisical. Nigerians are too we saw what happened in Kenya. Do you think what happened in Kenya will happen in Nigeria with the couple of Nigerians we have now? It's so sad. Now everybody, we are all interested about how we can cash out. Everybody wants to be in the good books of the government, and we fail to, and the government should understand that. See, I always tell people that the best opposition leader we have ever had in Nigeria is President Tinubu. When he was the best opposition leader we have ever had. He gave PDP chase for their money. But I kudos to him. But it's so sad that now he's the president of Nigeria that the same thing he did I believe that you should be careful what you fight against. That when you get there, you should not become a greater monster. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are hungry. And it's so sad. It is so sad that and this doesn't look at party. It doesn't look at APC, PDP, Labour Party, or ADC. No, it doesn't look at Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. All of us are affected. And Nigerians are yet to understand. I am not trying to excite anybody or make anybody. No. And they must understand what is at stake. And this is a clown call to Nigerians. This is because every 4 years we have an opportunity of getting it right, and we always make mistake. Because the thing is by during election now they want to say what do you have for us? Now that we are suffering now, our people never do us. It's true. And the thing about Nigeria, when you are going on the street to fight for their rights,
but in the process of carrying out this protest, talking about hunger day protest, what are some of the things you want government to do? Because when you talk about constructive criticism, we must talk about what are the things government needs to do to improve the lot of the people, to ameliorate the current condition of the. Because just like you said, we are hungry. Let's not deceive ourselves. The price of things is skyrocketing. When you go to the market, you cannot even be able to buy basic things that you need. Everybody is kind. What are the things you want government to do?
See, the welfareism is very, very important. Welfareism. See, the thing is that if you say you are a leader and your people are not happy and your people are suffering, like you are not leading well. Well, see, section 15 of the constitution talks about policy, and it talks about section 15 talks about the welfare and security of the people shall be the paramount interest of the government.
Yeah.
When your people are suffering and hungry, is that the welfare?
Is this government making a paramount?
That is the problem. See, and it's not even just this government, and it pains me that since 1999, since the Fourth Republic, I want to say from 1999 to date, because nobody will come and tell me that Obasanjo's administration was better. I say I'm tired of that hearing that. That's mediocrity. We need excellence as a way of life, standard of living. We should see these people that are keeping us in this state now. Should they travel out of the country? They see they go to foreign land and see how people are living there better. But is it that why is it that if they come to Nigeria they keep us in these states? Is it so sad? And the people that will be speaking are not speaking. See, in every government we have checks and balances. We have the legislature, we have the executive and the judiciary. But in Nigeria we understand that the executive is even too powerful. The legislature that should be acting as the checks and balances to the executive has become overstamped. I will say with my full chest. You understand? Because end of the day, see, checks and balances is very, very important. Checks and balances is very. That's why I say the best opposition leader we have ever had in Nigeria is President Tinubu, the current president of Nigeria, because he gave PDP a run for their money.
But fortunately, he's in charge right now.
And it's so sad. That's why I say be careful of what you fight for. That when you get into there, you will not become a greater monster. And we need to start having transformative leaders. Leaders that are genuinely passionate about the welfare of the people. People should stop seeing politics as a way of cashing out or the way of coming to enrich themselves. Yeah. Before they came into power, the first lady came and said, we are family, we are not coming to loot, we are coming to serve. But right now, how many billions of naira is being allocated to the office of the first lady? And then if you speak now, they'll come and threaten you that if you speak now, what they did to Ida Bukanu, they'll do to you, or what they did to Zaraki, they'll do it to you. But this is a country that we call ourselves Nigerians, and you cannot speak. And it's so sad. And then they will ask you that who is sponsoring you? So someone has to sponsor me before I sign up to speak. Yes, because they say bring out your phone.
But you are not hungry. Why are you protesting?
See, an injury to one is an injury to all. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Are we living in Nigeria? Are we going to say we are really living in a country like this? People say Mr. Tolu, let us stop. Someone once say something to me that how many Nigerians can boast that they have up to 150,000 naira in their accounts at the moment?
Very few.
So it is so sad that and nobody wants to say anything. Nobody, they talk about it. Everybody is so scared to speak. If you do, they will come and pick you up. And the people have now been coerced into one corner. And Nigerians are very lackadaisical. Nigerians are too lackadaisical. They see, I don't even blame the government. I blame the people. Sovereignty belongs to the people. After God is government, yes, but the voice of the people is the voice of God. The people elected these leaders. So we must start understanding what is at stake right now. Elections are coming. The election is coming. Other state governments, states, they having their elections. They should understand what is at stake right now. Let's not just foresee. I kudos to Alex Oti. Alex Oti has showed you that this governance that people made it look as if it was one big thing. It's not even that hard. We need people that are very passionate. You understand? We need people that are ready to see. Leadership is about service. You see, it pains me when they say, who is sponsoring? I don't need anybody to sponsor me. You understand? I don't need anybody because all of us are affected. If you are not affected, you are infected. All of us are affected right now. Nobody wants to say anything. We are suffering and smiling in Nigeria. Nobody wants to say anything at all. Because if you say if you talk now, they'll come for you. If you don't talk, are we really living? People are barely managing to survive. That's why we have rise of insecurity. Yes, people people now searching for, people now seeing, because see, when there's hunger, they like people, and the thing about it that Nigerians should understand that this your fellow citizens that you are doing this into are not your problem. The problem are your leaders. Who are your real enemies? Who are your real enemies?
So what is the implication of hunger?
Is this really a question? I'm so shocked. See, if one hunger finishes with you, you cannot think twice. One hunger finishes with you, becomes so vulnerable that anybody, see, they keep us in hunger out of intentionality. Because when you are hungry, you become very vulnerable. They can come and give you when you are hungry, you can sell your birthright. I'm a Christian. Everybody can tell the story of Jacob and Esau. When Esau came back from the hunt, he was so hungry. And Jacob told him, sell me your birthright, you want a porridge. And he gladly gave it to him. That's what hunger can do to you. You will sell your birthright, you sell your right. In fact, your hunger will do that, your own to you will give it out.
So do you think the government is putting us in a situation where it becomes equal for us to say no to whatever policy?
I will not even just blame this government. See, let's stop heaping it. Yeah, I understand that. If you say that you want to
run away from what it has happened in the last 1 year.
If you cannot run away from it, you understand. But did it start from today? It is so sad that when people say Tinubu transform Lagos, my heart is bleeds that we expected so much. Like like this is not politics. That I believe I'm a nationalist. Yeah. I believe in one Nigeria. I don't believe Nigeria should be divided. Because I'm from Kosovo State, I schooled in the east west of Nigeria. I did my law school in Kano, I served in Sokoto, and I go to the west. I have traveled the length and breadth of Nigeria. I understand what it means to have one united Nigeria. But you should understand that this Nigeria is our own. Make Nigeria no square for our hands. And this thing of hunger is affecting everything. See, these farmers and headers clashes now. Is it not causing hunger? Because when these headers now, you go and this farmer and header clashes, this insecurity that is causing it. Now you cannot, it's affecting everybody. And Nigeria should understand that we need love, we need unity. Nigerians don't understand the importance of unity. We are not united in Nigeria. We are, see, this 2022 election showed us how divided we were. I don't care whether the person that will come is an Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa man. I don't care. I don't want to get the job done. We should see, we are too divided. We are too divided in Nigeria. So like I said, I don't believe in coming to the street. No, I believe in positive criticism. I believe in the mental revolution. Mentality first. The mind must eat first. I don't believe in because see, most times the reason why people this security agency don't allow people to go to the street that some criminal elements come and hijack this protest. I understand that. Yes, you understand. I understand that with them. So this is a clear call to Nigerians themselves, because Nigerians, we are our own problem. We are our own problem in Nigeria.
You had a principle project, but you were still apprehended by the security agents. Is that not a source of worry about when we want to put it?
It's a very big source of worry. It's a very big source of worry, because the people are afraid of the truths. They are afraid. They want to manage everything. How long are we going to continue doing like this? See, nothing can kill an idea which time has come. See, I tell people that if I die today, I have found fulfillment. I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid. At least let me know I'm dying for a cause. Because even we that are alive and surviving self, most time the dead is even better than us. Because we don't have peace of mind. People are suffering every day in Nigeria. And Nigeria, and the truth about Mr. Tolu, Nigerians don't have any reason why they should be hungry. Some months ago, we heard that Nigeria wanted collecting grain from Ukraine, and I thought that was an insult. That was an insult to Nigeria. That was an insult to Africa. Ukraine is fighting war. Nigeria wants to borrow grain from them. Does it make sense? You understand? It does. All these things are things that we should see. Nobody wants to ask questions, and the thing about those that want to ask questions are basically looking political. We must not play politics with everything. In Nigeria, we play politics with everything.
Okay. Let me hold your thoughts briefly, Barrister Maurice. We'll be linking up with Engineer Chinedu Elekwe, who is also joining us via Zoom this morning. Take a look at what is happening. A wonderful morning to you, Engineer Chinedu.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We've been discussing about this issue about hunger in the land, and recently the government also lifted ban on food importation. Looking at what the country is going through, the challenges faced by the people, and lifting of ban, some people are saying this may be a short-term solution. Some are saying it may not even solve the current problem, especially when you put into consideration the value of dollar and value of naira, that the price may not change at all. What is your take on this?
Well, firstly, people are entitled to their opinion, as people, you're entitled to the opinion, but I will let some people to understand this. We find ourselves in a precarious situation, and there is every need that anything that is permissible that can be done to take Nigeria from where they are should be done urgently or immediately. And that is what I saw the federal government trying to do by the lifting of ban on importation. I think that is an immediate and urgent intervention, which we believe that we will start seeing the impact of this intervention about in a 3 weeks' time. The impact and the reality will be before us, the Nigerian people. Look, today in Nigeria, people suffer. Families can no longer feed twice daily because of the hunger in the land. In Nigeria, that food is supposed to be the commonest thing you can access. It has become so difficult for people to access food. People can no longer buy wares. They just have their basic needs to be able to have food in their home. So what the federal government has done, to me, is commendable. It's an urgent intervention, and we believe it's going to materialize in the coming weeks. And Nigerian people, we have a lift from what they are passing through currently. In 2024 alone, the poverty rate in this country has increased to about 38.8%. That is staggering. And that is put us in a place of threat. Inflation, food inflation alone is about 40.66%. So you can imagine, average homes in Nigeria now feed from hand to mouth. People pay through their nose to survive. Since we've seen this intervention from the federal government, that means they have the plight of Nigerian people at heart. So they must do everything to ensure total implementation of this policy and see that immediately, swiftly, it should be carried along and see that people have food in their homes. Because as they say that an hungry man is an angry man, people are already angry because they can no longer feed very well. So everything that needs to be done should be done to see that Nigerian people have access to food. And again, they have purchasing power too to be able to purchase food. So what the government have done, I think, is an interim basics. As we move on, I believe they are still going to do a lot of things. Because if you follow trend recently, you see that in the dawn of every day, there are new policies by the government on what they want to do to see that hunger in the land can be tackled. I am not a member of the government. I don't speak for the government, but I feel what we saw recently is a good measure and it's commendable. Our own is just that let it be followed swiftly and be implemented so that people can have access to food. People can come out from where they find themselves. 2024 alone, hardship has become so pervasive in the country. I said recently that we are no longer in depression. The country is already in a state of total collapse, and that is why we see all kinds of bickering from every nook and cranny of the country. So, food, which is the commonest thing people should access, should be made available to people, and this is what I've seen the federal government trying to do with this new policy. Thank you.
When we talk about the policy of government, some people are saying some of the policy being announced has also always been around, like lifting of ban on importation of farming tools. Those things have always been there. This government just announcing it is like a gimmick. And some people are also talking about the fact that the current value of naira will not even help the current situation, because by the time you are importing the food, the price is already high. It will not change the price of things in the market. What do you say to this?
Number one thing you must understand that this lifting of ban is going to encourage a competitive economy. You understand? When you have a competitive economy, that means that the economy is going to be productive. When the economy is productive, it's going to reflect on our forests. So definitely we are going to see a change in our forests. So it's a commendable policy to somewhat, no matter the grievances or no matter the reservation people may have. Because as I said earlier, this lift of ban is going to encourage a competitive economy. And you know what a competitive economy can contribute to the GDP of the country. When you have a complete economy, the economy already has become productive. It's no longer an economy that is redundant or monopolized by a particular individual. Look, in the country today, the quantum of rice we produce in this country is not enough to feed the people in the country. Reason being that for the past 3 to 4 years, people have not had access to their funds due to insecurity. So the list of the ban is going to encourage a competitive economy, which is going to reflect on our forests.
So much, Engineer Chinedu. Let's see what your thoughts a little bit right there. I have Barrister Morris Mba with me also in the studio, and he's also the leader of Hunger Day protest. Also complain about the current situation. Listen to what Engineer Chinedu talked about. Lifting of ban on some food importation will really help. But the government said 180 days. That is the time frame they want to see how things will pan out. For you, for being involved in this, trying to really improve the lot of the people, are you also happy with this journey by government to reduce? Because you talked about the fact that people are suffering and we all feel the brunt of what is happening right there. Government has come with a policy that will really help probably bring down the cost of food, allow people to import freely. What is your take on this?
You know, it's so sad. It's so sad that we always want to use fire brigade approaches to things.
Yeah.
You understand? The thing about it is that a country like Nigeria that is blessed with land. In fact, if you see our national flag, green, white, green, very best thing. I always say Nigerian flag is one of the most beautiful colors, beautiful flags in the world. Green, white, green. The green represents the rich agricultural basis of Nigeria, and the white represents peace. The green itself, we are so blessed with lands. In fact, we are so blessed with lands that we don't understand why we should be going hungry in Nigeria. And this thing is intentional. This hunger is intentional.
How do you mean?
Let me show something to you. You know, most times I always thought, we say this oil that we have has been our blessing and it has been our curse.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the truth.
Yeah.
This oil that we have now, the oil we have has been our blessing and our curse. Our curse in the sense that since oil was discovered, in those days before oil was discovered, we had the Carigano pyramids of Kanu, we had the rubber, we had cash crops.
Yeah, palm oil from the east,
everywhere. What happened? And so I always blame our governors, I always blame our leaders that we have neglected. We see oil money like oil money is cheap money now. We just go and we are forgetting the things that is very, very important. Like I always say, I'm a Christian because this is earth. This is where our wealth is. In this earth, and the thing about it is that everybody wants to go for white collar jobs. Do you know how much a bag of cocoa is? I'm from Kosibasan, from my local government area of Kosibasan. We deal in cocoa. A bag of cocoa is 850,000 naira a bag.
Wow.
Can you imagine? So this is a clown culture. Now let's go back to agriculture. Me, myself, I told you, I've decided to go back to agriculture.
But the problem is government are coming up with policy to improve the lot of the farmers. But we experiencing a situation whereby the middlemen keep hijacking, or politicians keep hijacking it, and the bulk of the things don't get to the farmers that can really improve.
That is the problem. That's why I always tell people, after God is government, let's be careful who we elect into power. Even for 4 years.
Government has done it.
See, let me tell, and that's why I also blame our citizens there. Do you know under section 69 of the constitution, the Nigerian citizens have the power to be called their senator, house of member that is not performing.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever heard a Nigerian or any constituency invoking that power? So most times, I don't blame the those in power. They know the people are very gullible. Until the people rise up and start knowing that they have rights, and they start holding our government accountable, and they leave it accountable. That's when we get it right. The problem are Nigerians themselves.
You think rising up will solve the situation?
When I say rising up, I don't mean going to the city and go. No. Rising up. See, they say if you want to hide anything from a man, put it in the book. See, this know your right that we're talking about. This rise. People see, you have your smartphone, they Google it up. You understand? Nigerians should stop waiting for people to speak to them. This after, see, you know under Freedom of Information Act that you can send a letter to a government agency and demand records. Nigeria don't like enforcing this thing. We're always leaving it for God. Say God day. From that God day, we have still been in this situation. From that God day, we don't want to make see. God will not fall down from the sky and do this thing. They say God has given you grace so that he may rest. So Nigerians must understand what is at stake. We also have it on it's their own responsibility. We took the street there. So Nigerians are looking at us, hey, don't worry, we're supporting it. Some people will be sending SMSs and we see. But what are you doing in your own little corner? So like I said, going to the street was not an opportunity for me. No, this was not for me to make myself a battalion or a hero. No. But because I was a concerned Nigerian citizen.
The way to fight for the thing.
Concerned Nigerian. one way or the other. There are some people that cannot even afford to eat one meal a day, and it's so sad. And we have people that are politicians, that are leaders, that they are stealing billions. So okay. Why won't you say this thing?
But so let's quickly take Engineer Chinedu before we wrap up this segment right there and link up with our Benin Network studio right there. Engineer Chinedu, the government said this is a short-time solution. 180 days is what they want to use to look at how they can really bring down the cost of food and everything. But one major thing that everybody is talking about is about insecurity that must be tackled for us to even move forward, for us to be able to have enough food. What is your take on this?
I agree 100%. We must tackle insecurity if we must have food security in the country. People can no longer go to farm. Mostly in every part of the country. Even in southern Nigeria, in southeast, you see full enhancement terrorizing people in their farms, destroying farm products. So we must tackle insecurity. Insecurity is the first thing to do if we must have food security in the country.
Sorry that we just have to catch up right there. But hopefully another day we'll continue with this line of discussion. I must say big thank you to Barrister Maurice Oba for joining us this morning. Hopefully we'll continue to get to the bottom of this issue and resolve the problem. Now we'll link up with our Benin Network studio where Daniel is still standing by right there. I will take you through some other major stories right there, especially from the news segment of TMI.